Alright, what's up guys? Just gonna do a little bit more testing here. Probably going to start messing around with the dampers and stuff. I did make one adjustment without recording it, and I just made the springs a little bit softer, because when I was testing in default weather, it was just rare and was still kind of moving around a bit much. I thought I'd soften up the rear springs to soften up the rear roll center just to slow the transfer of weight down and just make things a little bit more controllable back there. A little bit cooler weather here, because default's 45 degrees Celsius, so we'll see how the softer springs feel in this weather. And just start messing around with other stuff. I don't know what yet, but still got more work to do on this car to really start getting it where I want it. Even though I spent probably 6+ hours this week testing it. Only thing that could be a problem in this cooler weather with the softer springs, I might have a little bit more understeer, but I'm hoping it just simply hooks up better. Honestly, it just feels so much better driving this in this weather than default weather. It's much more plain. It doesn't feel like I have the hookup problems I was having in the default weather. Nothing's really standing out to me as to what I should change or anything like that right now.
Keep going, keep going.
Actually, I want to see what I can start doing with qualifying. This feels pretty good. I haven't even tried to do qualifying, so let's just see what happens here. Of course, when we take the fuel out, we're going to have to lower the car a little bit. Get it back down to 130. 69. Oh, man, let's see what we can do in qualifying trim.
We're going to pit probably in the next 4 to 5 laps. Drive through it. pit, but we're out of pit this time. Minute 24.7.
See what tire pressures are at. Alright, so I'm gonna bump these up quite a bit. Just got 2 clicks all around, see if we can get more to that 190 pressure when we're doing our flying lap there. We just don't, it takes, and you're running race setup, you know, it takes a little bit longer for the tires to get up to pressure. I mean, it takes the same amount of time, but your tires don't get up to pressure as quick with qualifying, so you got to put more starting pressures in there so you get that same similar feeling you had with the race tires, race pressures.
24.7.
See, go up another click there. Another click there, another click there. I'm also gonna go. Ride heights are kind of getting away from me, so I'll go back down. I'm gonna go down 2 clicks in the front. I want to put the front end a little bit closer to the ground it was before. See if I can just get that front end to change direction a little bit more than it was. So I'm just changing the overall rake of the car, making the front a little bit lower in the rear, and that promotes more overall oversteer. So I'll see how it feels. It does feel like the front's being a little more responsive. The car's just turned into the corner a little bit better right now. They're more willing to turn into the corner and stay into the corner. It's a little less understeer. Yeah, that was worth another 10th.
24.6.
So save that. Key set up. One more click on that left front. I want to bring the wing to an A and see how it feels. Because I mean, you just have so much good on the tires that you can sometimes get away with running less wing. Not worry about the loss of downforce from that, because the tires just have that much more grip. So I'm interested to see what kind of advantage it gives me on this little straight here. It's worth half a tenth. Maybe like a tenth if you combine that with this. Looks like it's worth about another tenth, taking that wing off. We can get through the infield in the same amount of time. It's a little too fast into there. I think I can definitely run quicker with the lower wing. So I'm not really feeling a big instability. I'm just driving the car too hard. Might actually go one more click down on the front ride height. Let's try that with going, because I mean I didn't feel any difference in grip in the rear. Tire pressures look good. Let's bring this front down one more click. So again, we're just increasing the rake, trying to promote a little bit more overall oversteer in the car. Driving too fast. Also gonna go back one click on the rear brake bias. I want that front end just to change direction a little bit more too. So let's put a little bit more compression dampening in the front, just to make that front end a little bit more responsive. We'll do high speed and low speed. So when you put more dampening into the compression dampening into one side or into the spring or into the damper, you're slowing down the rate at which the spring compresses. So what happens is it transfers weight from one tire to the other tire quicker. It doesn't take that time to actually compress the spring, so you can have a more responsive front end. I'm also going to increase the front camber because we can get a little bit more aggressive because we don't have to worry about chewing up the tires. And a little bit more front camber should give us just a little bit more bite when going into the corners. Kind of think about having your skis on an edge when you turn into a corner. It's just gonna give you that little extra bite. So everything I'm doing right now is just to help that front turn a little bit more and stay in the corner a little bit more, so I can hopefully go a little bit faster through the corner. Stuff you wouldn't necessarily, I mean, increased camber you wouldn't necessarily be able to get away with in a race set, because over the long run it's going to chew up your tires and wear them out, and then you're going to start losing traction up there, and won't be good on later stages of the race. Your car will just start pushing because you've used up all your tires in the front. And then put more brake bias in the rear. I always like to talk about it in extremes. If you had full front brake bias and you slammed on the brakes, it'd just lock up and you'd push. If you had full brake bias in the rear and you locked up the brakes in the rear end, would want to step out on you like an e-brake. So a little more rear brake bias is going to help the car turn a little bit more on entry. Got on the gas there too soon, driver error. Alright, let's redo that. Right now my problem is I'm just driving a little too hard. Just gotta find that fine line. Because it's two different mindsets from when you're, just running laps with the race setup compared to when you're qualifying. So you gotta find, there's that fine line for both of them. So right now I'm just kind of having to figure out where the fine line is for qualifying. And just like doing the race stuff, it just comes with a lot of practice. Eventually you just kind of get that muscle memory for it, you know exactly where it is. So make sure I don't catch that Mercedes on the next lap.
4.5.
Yeah, got a little bit more time there. Take a liter of fuel out of it. And take 2 liters out of it. Just gonna go another click down on the front ride height. Also gonna go from a large to a medium roll bar and then go up to a 10 because I'm guessing that's basically 1 click less than a large, but I really don't know without testing. Soften up that front end, again just trying to get a little bit more overall oversteer in the car. Help with that turn in middle, carry more speed through the corner. It doesn't feel like it's getting to the point of unstable in the rear end at all with kicking loose. So you soften up that front roll bar, you're going to soften up the front roll center versus the rear. And whenever you do that, it's going to help with overall. It's going to help get rid of understeer and promote more oversteer. That is, if that's 1 click less overall roll bar, but actually right now it doesn't feel like it. Feels like we picked up a little bit of a push, but I don't know, I'll just let it ride. Actually, no, I think I'm just gonna... I don't really have time to experiment with the roll bars and everything right now, so I'm just gonna go back on those last adjustments and leave it at that for now. 'Cause that's a whole nother video, is just trying to figure out what a freaking... This is the kind of stuff that annoys me with iRacing, is they don't explain it. Like, they need to give us a chart, and it needs to show us what each roll bar equals as far as overall stiffness. Because until they do that, then you just have to sit there and spend a couple hours of testing, which I mean, could honestly save you a lot more time if they just helped us out a little bit more. Because I know they have that data, but we'll just have to keep chipping away on iRacing. Hopefully one day they'll give us a little bit more data that helps us and able to tune the cars and stuff. But it was a good quick little session on qualifying, so we'll just leave it at that, and I will see you guys next time.